guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If we could get 400 likes on this video, that'd be genuinely magnificent. Now, enjoy some highlights of the games we've played this month. It's been a very, very odd month. If you remember what last month was like, then imagine that someone went, you know what we just did there? Do the opposite of that. Let's have some fun. Blackman, goalkeeper doesn't come, and Blackman puts it in. We've been counted on there, and it is 1-0 to Reading here in the FA Cup. I'm not too bothered about the FA Cup, really, but it would be nice to go through just to get some extra funds in. And, well, they scored from a corner. It's still happening, but there you go. Wimbledon 0, Reading 2. We've been pissed for, and we deserve to lose. In a run forward, can he get the cross in? He can. Kvarek's in there, and it's 1-0. Wimbledon 1, Huddersfield Town 0, and we would be pushing right into those playoff spots if we can win this one. My God. Erdinch is through. That's a simple goal. And there we go. Huddersfield have an almost immediate equaliser through Mevlut Erdinch, and it's 1-1. Eaton slips it through. Erdinch is through again. He goes round the goalkeeper and has scored the same goal twice. Unfortunately, Erdinch has just shown his quality, really, and it's 2-1 to Huddersfield Town now. Well, there we go. A very even game, but we've come out, unfortunately, on the losing side. Back to him, over the top, and De Viet's in there, and it's a simple goal for Charlton. Charlton 1, Wimbledon 0. One of the struggling sides in the league, and we've fallen behind again. Getting those bases well covered. Kvarek does skin his man, though. This could be a rare chance for us. Taylor at the back post needs to put it back for someone. He does. Reeves, goal! First shot on target of the game, and we've done exactly what we did against Bristol City yet again. Looking at those stats and using them to our advantage. Solly to Krimi. Whipped it in, off the bar, and put in on the rebound for Maniero. That's annoying. We've not been good enough to deserve anything from this game, but I thought we might just get something. Well, there we go. Another defeat against one of the poorer sides in the league. Very disappointing. Into a lot of space here. We've got to be careful. We've got men over, but they've still managed to find a way through, and Stuart Dallas at the back post makes it 1-0 to Brentford. Disappointing. We've been pretty decent. They've just had a lot of long shots. Damn it. Judge whips one in. Free kick, and it's going to roll over the line. Oh my God. I don't know what's happened this month, literally. We've just been absolutely woeful in virtually every game we've played this month. It's crazy. There we go. 2-0 to Brentford. I mean, yeah. Right, guys, we're back. And so, yeah, as you can see, we've actually lost every single bloody game this month. 3 of which have been in the league in a row, which has been a really annoying situation. I don't know what's changed. Literally, I'm playing this straight after the last month, and we were great, and we've just been appalling. It's just one of those things. It's the swings and the roundabouts of the championship. Now, we're going to do a question of the day, of course, and today's question is this. Who is your favourite YouTuber or YouTubers? Okay, so I watch quite a lot of YouTube. I don't really watch much FM YouTube, just because when you're making the videos and playing it quite a lot, generally, I don't know, like, I still try to every now and then, but I don't have a lot of time, because generally videos are quite long as well, but I do try to catch Dr. Benji's videos sometimes, because, let's face it, they're fucking hilarious, and if you haven't already checked him out, please do. You know, just, you don't need to put a link in the description. Most of you will know who Ben is, his unique comedy stylings, and, so I do try to check out videos from him when I can, basically. But in terms of actual YouTubers that I watch on a sort of regular kind of basis, in terms of, like, you know, I watch different sorts of YouTubers. So, like, I watch some vlog. I don't watch many vloggers and stuff like that, but I watch, like, Emma Blackery, and I watch, like, George Benson, but, you know, most of you will probably know him more as Herder of Buffalo. I do watch some FIFA YouTubers. I watch Spencer. I watch... Who else do I watch? I watch Cutsy, of course. Many of you will know. As for other channels, I do watch some of those other sort of channels, like, you know, Watch Mojo and the top 10 lists and all those sort of channels, just because they're quite interesting a lot of the time. You know, I watch, obviously, things like Nerd Cubed. Like, if I'm doing, like, if I want to see, like, a Let's Play of a big AAA title, because I can't be asked or have time to play it, then I'll watch either, like, Goldie, or Gold Glove, or the Rad Brad, or someone like that, basically. That's basically what I watch in terms of YouTube. Obviously watch things like Dude Perfect and channels like that as well, just for sort of randomness, if nothing else. But there we go. So yeah, who are your favourite YouTubers? And if you do have any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too, with the hashtag QOTD. Right, the reason I'm on this screen and not the league screen is because, well, yeah, as you can see, we've made a couple of signings. Now, Onjuku, you guys already knew was going to be joining us. Now, of course, he's got a strained stomach muscle, and he's out on loan in Sweden at the moment. Now, the one thing we need to get is an affiliate club, but we can't do that really until we're in the Premier League. So what I'm having to do is loan them out. Now, the problem is I don't have the Belgian league turned on at the moment. It's going to be turned on in the summer. It's set to go on, but the point is it isn't on at the moment. And Belgium is one of the best places. Croatia's not bad for getting work permits. Now, of course, I've had to send them to Sweden at the moment, so I'm just trying to get them some football, basically, until they can get work permits. That is one of the problems with English saves, is the work permit problem, particularly as it's now been exacerbated. The other one I picked out is this lad. Now, he came from a scout report a little while ago, or during the last episode, and I thought, screw it, let's just get him in. This is Olivier Gislan Ane. I think that's how it's pronounced. He's a goalkeeper, but he's got decent levels of potential, and we picked him up for the sum of £6,000. Now, you might think, why aren't you going out and signing loads of big players to go? Well, the point is, if I can pick a player up for 6k that's got that kind of level of potential, why wouldn't you? There's also another guy I'm looking at who I think we've got a deal agreed, but it's not actually gone through yet, for £500 for another African player. And again, it'll have the same kind of problems. But those players are for the future, and I just thought we'd try and do that. I was looking at an American kid. I found an American regen. My scouts aren't that great with the Americas, so generally I don't get much there. But I found an American regen. Annoyingly, he's signed for someone else instead, which is very, very disappointing. But there you go. I don't think we'd have got a work permit again, but that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to deal with, basically. So let's go back to the championship, and we're currently sitting down in 14th now. We've got a game in hand on some of the teams around us, but as you can see, the form has not been superb lately. We're only 8 points above the drop now, so things are looking a little bit iffy there. But still, of course, only 5 points off the playoffs, but those 3 straight defeats, it has been like simply red this month. Mick Hucknall might as well be managing us right now. It's been that bad. I've been unable to stop it, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that today against Forest, which is why I'm starting to get a little bit worried about our form as of late. It's really, really strange how that's happened. Now, we have brought in one more player, and I'll show you that in a sec. Let's just jump straight in. In fact, apparently we're not on the match day, which was a little bit stupid of me. I could have sworn I was. This is the moment where it now takes bloody ages to do the one thing that I wanted it to do. I could have sworn we were already on the match day. In fact, we are. Right, okay, let's go. I must have paused at the wrong time. Oh, they're going narrow. Okay, so the player that's come in on loan from Stoke is Thibaut Verlinden. Now, he's a very, very good winger, as you can see. The problem is that tackling worries me. Now, for today, we're actually going to go wombling free. With this system, Taylor, Loveridge, Fabio, Saville and Shenton, Reeves sitting a bit deeper, Toure, Anderson, Byrne and Grandison with Bachmann there as well. So it's a little bit different, but I feel like if they're going to play that narrow system, the best thing we can do is try and match it. So you guys are going to get to see wombling free. I've not used this. I've used this once this season. I can't remember who it was against. It was against Brighton, and it didn't go too well. We did okay, but we should have started with it. So I'm going to take the risk today. We're going to go wombling free, and we're going to hopefully womble all over their faces. So let's get this going. Let's just jump straight in, guys, basically. There's no need to hang about here. We're going to turn the highlights back on, of course. I've noticed my episode length's been creeping up a little bit lately, and I've got to be careful there because I don't want it to get too long. It's because I have a habit of rambling a lot at the start of the episodes, and I have been trying to avoid that by trying to show you guys some stuff while I talk about it, but it has been difficult. So let's get into the game. It's going to be tough, but I'm hoping maybe a slightly, a fresh formation, a fresh outlook, because we've lost 4 on the bounce in all competitions, and it's been pretty piss poor for all intents and purposes, and that's not great, really. I would have much rather not done that. Right, they've got Juan Fran, Jesus Christ. Toure to Fabio, back out though, and we should be able to get there first. Okay, poor from the defender, but Toure's done well anyway. Ball across, Taylor's in, and we lead here at the City Ground. Norwich, Nottingham Forest 0, Wimbledon 1, Lyle Taylor, and I really, really, really want this win. Not because I have anything against Forest. I absolutely don't have anything against Forest, apart from the fact they beat us 3-0 the other day. But no, fact is, we desperately need a win, and if we were to pull up a win against a team like Forest, this is what I mean. How can we go and win against teams like Forest and Blackburn away, and yet lose like 4-1 against Derby and losing against Charlton and all those teams around, and Wigan? It's very, very bizarre how we seem to have this habit of doing that. Reeves now in for Toure. We're going to score the same goal twice. Oh dear. He must be offside. Kike. I don't know what... the throwing thing I thought had resolved itself. Kike's through, and he's bloody well scored from it. I mean, I changed the throw-in thing. Now, there is no reason why they should only have 1 player back. I changed the whole throw-in setup. We got 2 players back at every time. None of my defenders take throw-ins. I made sure of that to avoid this situation, and Kike's done brilliantly there. But I'm really disappointed to concede the goal in that manner from our own attacking throw-in. Disappointing stuff. Hopefully that isn't the end of the world, though. And right, Robles, hang on, isn't he their goalkeeper? Yeesh. Let's close him down. See if we can close down the keeper and see if that does anything. It'll only sort of prevent the short goalkeeper distribution kind of situation. Assombalonga. Oh, he's gone round. He's gone round. A great... Oh, somebody put the bloody tackle in. Forest are looking like a solid prospect today. That's the issue. And if you look at the bottom of the table, Derby 34... Oh, wow. Another goal conceded from a corner. We still can't stop them. I've put in new corner tactics. It just doesn't work, does it? I don't know how many goals we've conceded from corners this year. It's probably not as many as last year, but I imagine it's still the most of any team in this division. It's got to be at least 7 or 8 already this year. And I mean, man on the post does bugger all. And at this rate, we'll actually only be 7 points above the drop. And suddenly things are starting to look a little bit more dicey. And that's a worry for me, really, because we looked okay in some games this year. Assombalonga turns, hits the bar, cleared away. We've not been good enough today, but I just don't know what to suggest, really. The tactic... I just think if we'd gone with that widespread tactic, we'd just be absolutely torn apart by their play. Lingard's doing okay, actually. Let's mark him up. I'm surprised he's not already marked up, to be honest, but we're going to get in really hard on Lingard and stop him spreading those passes about. But we're now 2-1 down at the City Ground, and it's basically exactly what we deserve. We've been poor, they've been good, and this has been the story of this month. We've just not been able to get any traction going with our play. Just trying to think what we can even do at half-time. Lingard. Whip to... I don't know how he didn't score there. Bachmann's done brilliantly there, he has, but what are we doing? From free kicks and set pieces, we just suck. Anyway, let's just tell them that they're doing... Oh, buggery! That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to rip into them. I usually look at what he says and then ignore him, or if I agree with him, use it, but that was stupid of me. That's probably going to end up costing us now, because... Right, okay, let's just see what they're looking like here. They're very... Whoa, okay. Well, okay, so... What I'm going to do for this second half, since they are clearly loving this down the wing here, is... What are we going to do? Because... Maybe drop him a bit further back so there's a bit more option there? I don't know. Can I set him to sit wider? You used to be able to do that with centre mids, which is quite frustrating. I wish you could still do that. You used to be able to set players to run wider with the ball, but you can't seem to do that with centre mids anymore, and it's frustrating. Okay, so... Just had a very bizarre idea, and this is... Apologies if you can hear a dog barking in the background. I'm wondering if I get on Kovacic for Saville and put him out here to act as a defensive winger on support. I know this is sounding very, very strange, but I'm also tempted to tell us to... This is just me going a little bit out there at this point, because I'm not really sure. I don't want to switch to the other tactic, because that would require lots of substitutions right about now. I just wonder if having an extra... Because that's clearly the wing where all of their good players going down. So I just wonder if we can try to stymie them a little bit on this their left-hand side with that extra winger. It's a very strange idea. Loveridge is through here. Go on, James. Go on, James. What a save that is. And it's another good chance from us that's gone begging there. I just wonder if denying them that space on that wing might just make a difference for us. Obviously, we're going to leave us exposed in the midfield. I wish that dog would fucking shut up. So... Oh, great. Fabio's injured. Right, we're going to have to get rid of Fabio. Okay, fine. We'll get Verlinden in there. That's fine. Any more changes? Who's been really bad? Anderson's not been good today. I'm going to get Nightingale on. That's my final change. It's a bit of a risk. I'm aware of that. Now, I'm also tempted. I know this is going to sound strange because we're playing a lot down this left-hand side with Kovacic there, but I'm actually tempted to try and exploit the right flank. I know that sounds very, very stupid, but I just wonder if that's where they're playing all the ball. If we could get some players down that side, then maybe we'll have a better option. Perhaps I should have just switched to the 4-4-2, but I'm just curious to see if we could work out something a little bit more bizarre. That's the plan anyway. So we're going to go with... We're going to go with push forward. I'm also going to go on to attacking for these final few minutes and see if we can't work something out. I'm also going to check the summary again and see if there's anything I'm noticing about their actual... Oh. Right, so they're keeping it a lot in the middle. Down this right-hand side, they are getting a lot of the ball. A lot of their key passes are coming down there. Defensively, I wonder. So what sort of system? They're playing very, very narrow. Right, we can't dwell on this too much because otherwise this episode could go into huge detail, but I'm just trying to see if there's any... Where are their chances coming from? Their one clear-cut chance was right there, and the clear-cut... okay, it's still this right-hand side. Okay. Okay. So I kind of wish I'd left... We're going to put Granderson in like that to give us a bit of extra, because they just aren't using that wing at all, as you can see. So I wonder if we just push Granderson further forward and give him more of an attack-minded duty to basically act like an extra winger and cover the bases. That's my little plan here. I don't think this is going to do any good for us, unfortunately, guys, but it was just a chance to try something out, basically. We've had a couple of shots since then, but it's been... Actually, I'll tell you what. We've not looked too bad since I made those changes. Like, we've come back in, we've had a few shots. There's going to be a little gap there, which is fair enough. Kike, they'll score from this, unfortunately, because Kike's going to come inside and just have a random shot. Ooh, not bad. But we've actually improved quite a lot since then. Oh, go on. If we were to equalise, I would be so... Oh, Loveridge! Loveridge! Yes! Sorry. 2-2. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, I will take that any day of the week. I'm not going to take credit for it specifically, but I feel like the changes we've made clearly have made a huge difference. Verlinden, Loveridge there, goalkeeping's terrible, but James Loveridge is in, and he's squeezed it into an absolutely impossible angle. I don't want an insta-highlight. Well, I'm going to set it back to counter, but that won't take effect until after this. Reeves' ball in, cleared away. Toure. And it's Byrne. Oh my god, there was a chance for the winner there. Johnny Byrne very nearly just won us this match. What a turnaround that would have been. Verlinden's cross now. Headed away. It's going to come back for Toure. Surely find Verlinden again. Get that ball in. Or go short for Toure. Go on. Whip this across. Loveridge is in again! It's 3-2. Holy shit bags. Wow. Is all I can say to that. We've just turned it around with 2 stoppage time goals. I'm not going to say that it was all down to the tactical switches, but look at the stats since we changed to this little switch up. Loveridge with the ball there, and he scored 2 in stoppage time, and we've turned it around, and we look like we're about to win at the City ground. Insta highlight, expect Forest's immediate equaliser. I cannot believe that a tactic that was so strangely shaped. Oh, don't you dare. And there we go. Nottingham Forest 2, Wimbledon 3. What? That is, no, bloody hell. That is like my tactical magnus opus right there. I don't know if I should really be taking credit for that, but the fact is we turned that around incredibly. What a strange system we were actually playing towards the end of that game. I've never played such a bizarre system to finish a match, but look at that! And it actually did the trick for us. Incredible stuff. Anyway, wow. That was... But I guess that goes to show, you know, don't be afraid to try bizarre tactics if you think that it's going to actually have an effect on the other team, and it actually has to some extent. You know, admittedly that second one was from a set piece, but still, the point is the chances are there, and you can get these sort of goals even with weird systems like that. So I'm claiming it. I'm taking it. I'm going to wear that one with pride. That's probably one of my favourite little turnarounds I've ever done on FM, frankly. I'm glad this was the live com as well. Anyway, so we've won against Forest away from home. Brilliant stuff. Next match, we've got some home games coming up too. I'm thinking, where are West Ham? They're 15th. Hull or Leicester? Oh, I kind of want to do Leicester away. Not because I know there's not a lot of games in there, or they're all home games, but I really want to do Leicester away as a live com because it's the top club. And given the way we play in these big games, I wonder if we can do it again. So that's what it's going to be. If you guys have enjoyed this episode and our brilliant little turnaround right at the end there, please do smash that like button, obliterate it. And I will join you guys in the next episode for an away game against Leicester. We've got 3 home games coming up. I want to see if we can win all 3 of them. That would be amazing. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.